Most people open TradingView, load up a bunch of chart indicators, and somehow still end up confused, late, or stuck in losing trades. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Most of the time, it's not that the indicator is broken, it's that traders are using the right indicator at the wrong time, in the wrong market context. On TradingView, there are countless indicators claiming supply and demands in real time. Most of them do basically the same thing, and most of them fail the exact same way when market context is ignored. Now, there's one indicator that stands out, the Flux Chart's MTF supply and demand indicator. And no, that doesn't mean it magically fixes bad trading. It marks supply zones, it marks demand zones, it prints retest signals when price pull back into those areas, and it prints break signals when the zones fail. Sounds perfect, right? Here's the problem. If you're trying to trade every signal it gives you, you'll still get chopped out. That's the mistake almost everyone makes in the first few minutes of using it. And that's why most traders quit an indicator before they ever understand how it's meant to be used. Before I show you how to put this indicator on your TradingView chart, there are rules you need to understand first, because without these rules, the accuracy you see on the chart will not translate into consistency. Quick disclaimer before we go further. This is not financial advice. This is a strictly educational content only. Now, let's talk about the real issue most traders never fix. They see a clean indicator, they see zones printing, and they immediately start trading without asking one basic question. What kind of market am I actually in right now? Look at the clear downtrend on the screen. Most traders say they're trading with the trend, but when you zoom in, half of them are still trying to buy demand zones against it. The internal conflict is what causes hesitation, early exits, and losses that feels random even when the indicator looks right. So the first fix is not adding more confirmation, it's actually removing half of the signals. Here's the first real rule. With the Flux Chart supply and demand indicator, you do not trade retest signals and break signals at the same time. You choose one. I personally focus only on break signals. And this part matters. The default settings are already optimized. There's no need to change them. Most traders ruin good indicators by over-adjusting. Now, this is where a lot of viewers think they already know what comes next. And this is exactly where they're wrong. Even with the clean zones, even with clean break signals, you still need a mechanical way to define trend direction. No guessing, no switching bias halfway through the trade. For that, we use the MTF SSL channel indicator on TradingView. By default, it's a buy and sell indicator. It's not what we want. We're not using it for entries. We're using it purely for a structure. Once you add it on your chart, open the settings, go into the Style tab, and disable the cross up and cross down options. Those crossing signals are noise for this strategy. Then go into the Inputs tab and set the SMA length to 200. That one change completely transforms how this indicator behaves. It stops being a signal generator and it becomes a clean, objective trend identification filter. Now the chart becomes very simple. When price is above the green ribbon, the market is in an uptrend. And when price is below the red ribbon, the market is in a downtrend. No bias, no debate. And this is critical because every decision you make next depends on this filter. Now everything collects together. We have the flock charts, MTF supply and demand indicator identifying zones and break signals, and we have the SSL channel defining trend direction. Nothing more is needed. Let's walk through a real example. On this chart, price is clearly above the green ribbon. That tells us immediately the trend is bullish. And that single fact removes a lot of bad decisions. We're not interested in sell signals. We ignore retests against the trend. We ignore counter trend ideas completely. We only look for buy opportunities that align with the momentum. Later, a supply zone forms. But instead of holding, it fails. When that zone breaks, the indicator prints a break signal. And because that break happens with the overall trend, this is where the setup becomes valid. The buy entry is taken on the close of the trigger candle after the break signal appears. The stop loss goes below the most recent swing low, risk stays defined. Everything stays mechanical. The target is set to 1.5 times the risk of the trade. No guessing, no moving targets, no emotional exits. Now flip the situation. In a downtrend, price is below the red ribbon. That one detail changes everything. We ignore buy setups completely. When the flock chart identifies a demand zone that fails and prints a downside break signal, and that break aligns with the bearish trend, that becomes the sell opportunity. Sell entry on the close of the trigger candle and a stop loss above the most recent swing high. Target again set at 1.5 times the risk. Same indicators, same logic, same rules, just applied in correct market context. And that's the part most traders miss when they say an indicator doesn't work. And if you want the flock charts MTF supply and demand indicator on your own TradingView chart, you can get it with a 15% discount using the link in the description or pinned comment below. Happy trading!